So we're going live right now. All right. Waiting for it to connect. Right, all right, all right. Wonderful. Okay, great. Awesomeness, awesomeness, awesomeness. Wonderful. Okay, so moving right along, everyone. Like I said, I want to welcome everyone to the program. It's actually, so Casey, I need you to look on the people because now I'm gonna start the presentation. So it will be you admitting people, okay, please? Can you do that? Can you do that?
Yes, ma'am, I can do that.
Only one Bridge can do that too. All right, so welcome again to everyone. My name is Reverend May Victor, and my best half, I don't know, he is gonna be joining us, I'm hoping, because he's involved in another assignment. So I'm hoping that he's able to join us. And guys, if you can't hear me, please let me know. So that we can do something a little bit different.
Mom, I think you're muted.
You're muted,
The
Ma.
mic is muted.
Okay, I know I was muted because I was giving instructions to
Oh,
Toad.
okay.
Yeah, I had to
Okay.
mute myself so that we're not recording all of that. But anyway, welcome again, everyone. Like I said, what we're gonna be talking about is a few years ago, Team FA embarked on an assignment, because a whole lot of you guys watching me here know about Team FA USA, and majority of you guys, if not everyone, have been trained by Team FA USA, okay, as a mentor or as a counselor. So a few years ago, Team FA embarked on a project, because we're all about family. We're all about family. We're all about marriage, and family, marriage, they make up the society. All right. So that's what we're all about. We do the trainings, okay? And we will do here and there seminars, but then we decided to go, as the Lord directed, to the next level of now having a center, a TNT, retreat center. So we started the center, and God did what only him could do. I'm trying to tell you guys, because nobody will take credit at all, the way it all happened. So now there is a center set up in Lagos, Nigeria. It's actually in Ogun State. And I'm gonna go over that in more details with you guys so that you guys can be abreast of it. So what are we doing? We're gonna be having our very first couples retreat in next month. I mean, like, literally, I even don't know how many, it's not even up to a month, guys. I mean, we're talking about literally in 2 weeks, really. Yeah, because this is the last day of March, and this retreat is on the 14th to 16th of April. So literally 2 weeks. So you should have your bags packed now and ready to head out to the center. Like, I have my bags packed. I'm not kidding. In less than a week now, I'm gonna be out of the United States of America, heading to Nigeria for the couples retreat. And I'm looking really forward to it. We have such big plans for you guys. So somebody might ask me, what is this all about? Where is this? What is this? And that's why I said, you know what, spread it out to everyone within, our sphere, because the world is now a very small village, okay? Because you could be in Texas now, like me, and next day or two, you're gonna be in what, in the UK, or you're going to be in Lagos, or you're going to be in Johannesburg. So we're traveling a lot. There's networking going on around it. So if you're here and you said, oh, but I don't even live in Nigeria, you don't need to live in Nigeria, because you might know someone or have communication on social media or an influencer of someone that lives in Nigeria, okay? So, and that way you can also be able to help others to know about the information. So if you permit me, I want to share my slides, because you do know that with Team for everything has to be slided up, okay? Because we want our participants to understand what we're saying. So please, what I will beg you guys is please, 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 I beg you to, have your paper, have your pencil, be willing or ready to ask questions, be willing or ready to make suggestions. We are all ears. We want to make this a very, very comfortable and, something that when you think about it, you really want to go. When you think about it, you want to go. And we're going to talk about why do you want to do this? You see, because some people may say, but this is not the right time. But I'm here to tell everyone there's never a right time. Stress does not knock on the door to say, hey, can I come in? No way. No way. It's going to show up whether you like it or not. So this is one of our major stress relievers. So, and I'm here, I'm very thankful that my sweetheart is here. Hey, hon, can you unmute yourself and say hey?
Hey.
All right. Okay,
Hello,
so where
hello
you at?
everyone. I'm in the office.
Okay, so I'm just gonna make you a co-host just in case by some reason you wanna unmute yourself and say something. That way you're good to go, okay? I know you're busy, but thank you for coming in, and I'm so glad that you can chime in. All right? So I'll make
I am
this
so glad that I have a wife like you who can pitch it.
Isn't that the word of God say that two are better than one? There is a reason. I'll tell you what.
When one calls
reason. Yes, there's a reason, guys. I'm telling you. And that's why we want to make people who are single, like Mr. Jesse, we want to make them jealous. We want to make them jealous. All right. Okay, wonderful, guys. And I'm going to introduce the players, the background players later on in a minute. Let me get the presentation done, all right? And then we'll have time for questions and all of that, all right? So this is the TNT Couples Retreat Center presented by Dr. Vic and Reverend May Victor. So what are we going to be covering at this point? We're going to be talking about the retreat center overview. We'll talk about the rooms, because what is the retreat center if the rooms or the internals are not comfortable, okay? Now, there's a couple of people, and I'm trying for Jumoke to get in here and stay on this Zoom. There's a couple of people here that have actually slept in this center. So we're going to also get their input, okay, what they think. And we may or may not listen to Mr. Jesse, that is the manager over there now, because he may be biased, but, who knows? And I may also be biased, but we're going to listen to maybe a couple of people here that I see their names here who have actually laid their back on the bed of TNT, and they can tell us, okay? And then we'll talk about the TNT amenities. We'll talk about we're going to talk about the spring couples retreats, because this one is spring. We're planning to do two more, at least one more, bearing the costs. Okay, bearing the cost, we're hoping or planning to do two more, but for sure one more. Okay, just in case we're not able to do the next two more, and then we talk about the website, and that's it. And I'll let you guys go get some rest. All right. So this is the external overview of the TNT Center. it's like what they call it in Nigeria, twin duplex. Is that what it is? It's in Nigeria they say 1 story, but here in the United States we call it 2 stories. Yeah, we call it 2-story building because for us in the United States, the ground floor is a story and anything on top of it is a story, okay? So it's the ground floor and the next one on top of it. And there are two twin buildings like that, but they're joined together as one. And on the one end, you're gonna see the gatehouse on one end. And then the other end is the, the generator house. Now, this is a compound that is sitting on itself. The outside has a lot of room for cars and it's nicely kept up. Now, I would like for you to understand that this is built in an estate for a reason. One of the major reasons why we chose to build this in an estate is for security purposes, okay? So for security purposes, the security of this vicinity is very, very beefed up. And it has to be because we want to be secured wherever we're going. And we want you to be secured. So we didn't want to just go and get one acreages of land and expose you to thugs and thieves and everybody coming in, egress and ingress. No. So here, if you're coming in, before you even come, we have to let the security know that you're coming, and you have to stop at the gate. They have to check you out. I mean, I'm talking about the main gate. You got to be checked out, ID and everything. And then when you come in, of course, the TNT security also has to subject you for a check. Okay, so that's what it is. But this is a general overview of the external view. Now, the center itself, that compound that you see in the internal, we have rooms. Okay, each of those buildings, remember I told you there are 2 buildings, just have 1 wall dividing them. There's no connection between the buildings. So that's also another security feature that we thought about. So it's not like you're moving from one house to the other. I mean, for you to do that, you have to literally come outside before you're able to transfer, so you will have to go through the external gate or door before you do that. Now, for each house has on the upstairs 5 bedroom each, so it's 10 nice luxurious rooms inside them. So out of the 10, we have 2 standard rooms, we have 4 deluxe rooms, we have 2 executive rooms, we have 2 executive deluxe suites. Of course, we have the kitchen and dining, we have offices, we have an auditorium there, we have a lounge, and then of course we have conveniences scattered all over, okay? We have conveniences scattered all over. Now, this is just a pictorial view of the executive deluxe suites for one of the buildings. Now, the inside decor of the rooms are different for each building. So one building has this burgundy flair to it, and the other building has the gray flair to it too. Okay, so you're looking at, and they mirror each other. You're looking at the executive deluxe suite suite from the building that has the burgundy flair to them. Okay, this room is so huge. I mean, like, it is so big. It has its own separate living area, as you can see, with its own chairs and things. And then, of course, you have the bedroom. It is big. I mean, like, it's big. The bathroom is, I don't know if I got the picture of the bathroom, it's also big, so, and it has one TV. Of course, it has a reading desk. And of course, every room is air conditioned, and every room has a television set. And of course, every room is in suite with the the toilet things, the conveniences, okay, for every room. So it's really, really very, and every room also has its own nice size wardrobe. Okay, nice size wardrobe, and then 2 what you call that? We call it nightstand here. I don't know what they call it in Nigeria, but the bedside thing where little drawer. Somebody can
With
help me.
Sandler.
Where you put us, oh yeah, somebody can help me with the, that. So, and the bed mattress, so cozy. We have the beddings, the duvets and everything, towels and toiletries, toiletries are in there, okay? So this is the executive, our largest room. It is huge. I want to tell you, it's huge. Now, this is the executive room. So because, remember we have the executive suite, the executive room, the deluxe, and then the standard. And let me tell you, they're all very goodly. I mean, my husband and I have slept in hotels in Nigeria, but these particular rooms are big. And that was what we set out to do, so that when you come out to spend some time here, you're not like, move over. You and your wife are just, just knocking on each other just to pass through. So, I mean, they're big. They're very good size. So this is the second largest room, is the executive room. It has its own sit out, okay, and then it has its own, and then of course the bedroom with the rest of what I've mentioned already: the TV, the wardrobes, conveniences and stuff like that. And this picture was taken from the house that has the gray flare to it, okay, beautiful interior. And then here on my left side is the deluxe room, very good, big, and also very sizable. Look at it, with even 2 chairs in there, and there's also a reading table. There's also, of course, the closet, taken from the house that has the yellow, gray flare. And then you see that on my right is the standard room. My goodness, this standard room is a deluxe room in many hotels that we've lived. I mean, it's not like your standard room. Look at the bed. I mean, it is so sizable and also very roomy in there. Like I said, they all have the air conditioners. And then the rooms are all upstairs, okay? Then downstairs, you're gonna have the exquisite T&T lounge. Okay, this lounge is also huge. I mean, one thing that we did was to just put a lot of space. Guys, we are from Texas, and in Texas, they'll tell you that everything is huge in Texas. I mean, so we have that mindset, and went and put in some design to this to where it can be accommodated. So the lounge is big, and besides on a corner where I didn't get that corner, that what is it called? I didn't get that side view. You're gonna see the living, a large screen TV there, with a hutch there. Okay, and some decorative things. And beyond there is the dining, which I'm gonna get the picture some kind of way there. All right. So also downstairs in the gray house, let me call it a burgundy house and the gray house. And the gray house now is, the hall. The hall will sit without tables. It will sit somewhere between, I want to say 70 to 90 or 70 to a good 100 if we really, fix it right. But then with tables, it will sit over 60. Okay, with the tables. And when you fix it up, it is so nice. So, I mean, when we're having the couples retreat, seminars, breakout sessions and everything, the activities are going to be heavily here. That's where we're going to have those activities. So we're going to be fixing the tables as it suits us. And like I will talk about it later on in a little bit, more activities that we expect. But right now, I'm just giving you guys an overview of the center. And in the center too is a full-fledged functional kitchen. Full-fledged functional kitchen, gas stove, refrigerators, freezer, and and all of that. Okay, so that's where we're gonna be cooking the meals, and we check it out. We check it out. Okay, so, and of course this picture is kind of like blurry, it's not very sharp, but this is the dining. Okay, this is the dining, also a huge space too. And upstairs, this was an old picture before we furnished further. Upstairs in each of the houses is a sit out. so that if you're tired, you don't want to sit in the room, okay, and you just want to relax in a like an upstairs lounge kind of thing, or you have a visitor while you're in there. We're hoping that people are not having visitors while they're in there, because if you're in there for business, especially if you're there for what is it called? Especially if you're there for a retreat. So, you know, you're gonna be focusing on your spouse. So mostly we're thinking in terms of like, you just don't want to sit in the room or something like that. You just want to come relax, or maybe a couple want to just come and catch up. So you could just use this this space. Now, currently, this space has a large screen TV, 55-inch TV in there, and they have frames and wall hangings and stuff like that on there. So it's a more kind of like more homely setup, you know, than what it is on this picture. And then, of course, every room has its own conveniences, and this is, I just pulled these ones out randomly, so just that you see. In the large suite, you're gonna see that tub, jacuzzi tub, and then the rest of the rooms have the walk-in shower, walk-in bath. Beautiful thing, beautiful. You just, you know. So now, what is the general information about retreats in general? Retreats in general. This is just general. So in there, we promised you, as you can see already, luxurious accommodation. I mean, we put in thoughts to it, we put in work to it, just to make this place a home away from home. That's the mindset of it, okay? And of course, with every retreat, we're gonna have 5 healthy meals, and that's, you come in on Friday, of course, you're gonna eat that night. You know, that's arrival. And of course, on Saturday, there's the breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then on Sunday, we're gonna all have a breakfast before we depart. Okay, so that's 5. This comes with every retreat. And we're gonna be having different kinds of retreats. We're gonna be having, you know, premarital retreats. We're going to be having couples in crisis retreat. And then we're going to have the one like the one we're having here. Just come have fun, build on your marriage retreat. Okay. So this one, so we're going to be having romantic movie nights. We're going to also have romantic gala nights for every of our retreats. And then we also hope to, you know, build up our bones while we're there, so you're not there 3 days with inactivity. So we're gonna be having morning stretches, and don't nobody get scared, because it's not that bad. It's just like it's called stretches every morning. So that way blood will keep flowing for everything else that you need to do. And then we're gonna have the team building exercises, vision exploration seminars. We will have workshop, we'll have breakout sessions, and then we're gonna have renewal of marriage vows, okay? Maybe with time, we could have like singles, like just, because we're not gonna do co-ed in this thing, unless we do men one building and ladies the other building. We can kind of like pull that off, but you know, you guys understand what we're saying. We could just have ladies out, okay, or we can have men out, so we're not commingling people and them having some ideas in their heads, you know. But there's a lot of things that we can do with the center. Now, this is a breakdown of the forthcoming couples retreat. We didn't have a lot of space, so I couldn't have put all the programs here. You do know that this is presentation. So this is just like a teaser that we just put in there. There's more to, especially Saturday is a full day, okay? So on day 1, which is going to be the Friday, the 14th of April, we're going to have meet and greet. Arrival is in the evening, actually, the evening. That's when we expect people to arrive. And, you know, from 5 p.m., we start having the meet and greet, okay? We're going to have movie nights that night. And then we're going to have a seminar, a workshop, and then couples games. It's going to be a light night, but a connection, you know, connecting with yourself and other couples coming in. And then, of course, you find your rooms, you get settled in, there's dinner there somewhere. Don't say, are we going to eat? No, there's no fasting generally Unless you choose to fast, it's up to you, but the food will be provided for you. Okay, so that's going to be the evening and the night of the first day. And then day 2, well, this is where we start early. We will start, with the morning stretches and things, and then we go to a lot of activities. I cannot in any way put all of them here, but we're going to have group discussions. We're going to have games. We're going to have workshops. We're going to have seminars. We're going to have breakout sessions. It's a heavily packed day. Of course, in between here, we will have breakfast, we'll have lunch, and we'll have dinner. And our dinner is going to be with a gala night. Okay, and in that gala night, we're going to have couples renewal. We're going to have lighting of the unity candle all over again. I don't care how many years you've been married. It could be 1, it could be 220, it could be whatever. We plan on renewing your marriage vow that night. If you want to say your own vows, you want to write your own vows, you're free. We'll give you the opportunity to share your vows again with your spouse, but we're also going to be lighting the unity candle. It's going to be like a serene, sacred, or beautiful program that night. Of course, we have the DJ and the photographers. They are also taking pictures, all right? And then in day 3, which will be the Sunday, is the departure day. So it's not a heavily, no, it's just breakfast, morning stretches, breakfast, and then we have breakout sessions, men on one side and ladies on one side, because at the end of the day, guys, we are married, yes, but there are some things we want to share. There are some things ladies want to share by themselves. That's going to help them, not against the marriage, but helping them. But you know what? And there are some things that guys will want to talk to guys, guy to guy, lady to lady. We're going to have that session on Sunday. So we're asking everybody, when you come in, do not leave until we say the final grace, and then everybody can leave. So that's a very brief and panoramic view of what we're looking at. Let me see. Okay, I didn't skip anyone. So now the question somebody might ask me is, okay, I hear you loud and clear. So now tell me the money. Money, 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 money. Everything is driven by money, right? Okay, yes. Now, with all that you've seen, and I know that with all the things going on inflation and everything, this was the discounted rates. This is the discounted rate that we have. That if you're checking into one of the standard rooms, it's $150K. And then if you're going to be doing plus registration, this is also plus registration. If you're going to be taking one of the deluxe rooms, it's $175K. Not individually, but the room, which 2 of you are meant to be in the room. Okay, so this is in addition to the registration. And then executive, which the registration is $50K. Executive room will be $200K, and then executive deluxe is $225. See, the bigger, the larger the room, of course, the more that you are paid. So this is our standard discounted couples retreat fees. This is it. Okay, this is it. But let me tell you guys, we're doing something a little bit different, because if you heard me before, you heard me say, you guys are gonna do the April group. The April group is gonna be the very first group. And you guys know that the first is usually very blessed. The first is usually very blessed. So we're doing something a little bit different with this first group. So what is the investment for the April Couples Getaway Weekend? It is absolutely free. Absolutely free. See, all of this, you don't have to pay $150K. You don't have to pay $175K. You don't have to pay $200K. You do not have to pay $225K. Not at all. What is involved in it? Just your registration fee of $50K per person. That's it. That's all. So how are you going to get money to do now? We do have laundry, and we do have cleaners coming in and cleaning. So how are you going to pull all of this through? I think when you see God, you can ask him and he'll tell you, okay? When you see God, just ask him and say, are these people for real? Are they like really, really with all the food, with all the DJ and all the and all of that. Are they seriously? Yes, seriously. All right. Seriously, we want to be a blessing to marriages, to families. And honestly, as the Lord and maybe partners come and support the work, honestly, this is never, ever planned to be a money-making thing. It was never, ever planned to be that way. It's not a commercial stuff. Okay, it's more like a ministry, and we just want 10 couples at a time. Now, let me tell y'all something. That's what we were thinking, just 10 couples, because that's what's in the center. But you know what? At the end of the day, we've also come to find out that we have other hotels, you know, around there. So that, and we have vehicles that we can transport it. So if we run out of space at the center, definitely, we've used two hotels we tried during the graduation, you know, and I haven't gotten any horrible report on those. And even if we do, we also have others. So we can have more than 10 couples, but the only thing is that the center can only accommodate 10 couples, you know, so we can just, you know, shuffle in or shuttle in, you know, others that are living or staying outside the center. Okay, we can do that. Now, what are the benefits? Quickly, you're going to learn a lot of relationship skills. Let me tell you something. Just this past weekend, literally, my husband and I we traveled out of Texas to Nashville, Tennessee to attend a couples retreat. And we were not speakers. We were not participants. We weren't having anything. We were just participants. We just registered and we went to Nashville, Tennessee to attend a weekend retreat. And it was so awesome. You see, so nobody is ever above finding the flame of your marriage. And we learned a lot of skills. Okay. And I don't want to go into topics that we're going to discuss because we don't have the time and the space, but you're going to learn a lot of skills. And my husband can throw more light on these. Okay, this is an opportunity to rekindle your relationship, and then you get to experience the center. We've heard very good things about it. People say, you know what? This place is like you're going out in the woods, because it's not within a city, you know, where you're going to be hearing a lot of hustling and bustling. No. It's actually a good retreat center, and it was on purpose. So it's like you're going out in the woods, but then when you get in there, you have the sense that you're in the city, just in that particular center, you know. So it's really nice. You come and experience this, and then of course, you're going to have no holds bars couples hangouts, you know, and then you can network with other couples too of like mind. Okay. You connect with your spouse on a very deep level, because you're going to have ample time in the program where you will connect. All right. And then, of course, with everything going on in the world right now, in Nigeria, in the US, in South Africa, everywhere, the stress is so much. You could really it cuts deep. So this will be a great stress relief. And I tell people, please, you know, even put your phone on silence, or if you have children, just so you can catch when they call, but let it be a weekend that's just you and I rekindling our love. How many times do you get that opportunity? Rarely. So now the question is, where in the world is this thing that we're talking about? Where is it? So briefly, direction and address. This facility is on Prime Estate. That's what the estate is called. Plot 5 and 6. This is the official address. Nigeria, Ogun State. It's just on the outskirts of Lagos. That's usually what I tell people, because if I say Ofada Mowe, just on the outskirts. And that's why I just went to Google Map and got that if you were coming from Lagos, and this is the route that you take, you know, and I know it doesn't tell you much, but it's also, you know, there. And 1 hour, 55 minutes, I didn't even think so. Now, if there is traffic, yes, if there's traffic, and you guys know how notorious Lagos is with traffic, but without traffic, it's not a 45 minutes ride, and I've ridden it before, 45 minutes, but then sometimes they have constructions on the road. So if you're coming, just make provision for you. Anyway, most of you coming, you live in Nigeria, so you do understand the name of the game. Okay, so you get to Moe Junction on Lagos Ibadan, and then you follow these directions. I give people these directions, they never miss it. They get to the center right there, okay? And for more information, if you want to know more about us or more, see more pictures, see what we do and stuff like that, you probably, because it's a new organization and a new venture, you're probably not going to see a whole lot, but you see our services about the team for our TNT family. It's actually TNT, Tifa and Together Forever Center, because Together Forever is the father or mother of Tifa. That's the parent organization. Okay, but then Tifa is a lot more popular now, because of it's a training arm. And that's the web address, tntfamilycenter.com. Right now, currently that website, the IT team is working on bringing it up, because I don't know what happened, and it was down a little bit this morning. But that's about it. And then we're just saying thank you. I'll stop sharing, and I want to introduce Bridget. I don't know if she's still here, and then I'll bring my husband to come and say something. Okay, so Bridget is not on video, and is Casey on video? So I can spotlight you guys. Okay, Mr. Jesse is out. All right, so honey, if Bridget can come on video, that's fine. But if you can't, we understand. I just wanted to kind of introduce you to the people. And honey, if you can talk and if you can go on video, let me know. But if not, let me take questions, guys. Can I take questions, suggestions, whatever? Anybody has any word? So, Casey, that's fine.
And I'm trying to get my connection right.
Okay, so you're good now.
I am, but I can't see myself. But you're doing well.
That's okay. We can see you, so you can speak.
Okay, just to say that everyone, you are all welcome. You're actually going to be making a landmark occasion. You are going to be setting the pace for what is going to be happening at the center moving forward. So we are going to have fun, build on our own marriage while you build on your own. As my wife said, we went to a retreat last week. And in that retreat, there were people who have been married for 50 years, some married for 10 days. We were all there learning together. Marriage is what we do, not just what we hear. So come on. Let's have fun. We've made it, God has helped us to make it, to remove the burden of finance so that as many as can come will come. So I welcome you all. I look forward to seeing you. We're just getting in there. I'm going to just be in Nigeria for 4 days. So this is worth it. I'll arrive Friday and leave Sunday. It's not even 4 days. So you come on, let's have fun. God bless you all.
Very good. Thank you so much. And here is the brain behind. Could you speak, dear? Bridget.
Did I do what?
Yes,
No, Bridget, you're muted. Yeah, okay.
No, I'm not.
You were. Now you're not
Can you hear
muted.
me?
Yes, we can hear you. So can you greet the people and tell them that you're their hostess?
Good evening, everybody.
And tell them that you're their hostess and that you're expecting them.
Come to our small America in Ogun State. You have to come there and enjoy the hospitality of Timfa House. So we're looking forward to everyone coming. And the truth is, we've been there, apart from coming there as, will I say, daughter of the house, we've also been part of the retreat. And the food is good. The atmosphere there is good. You're breathing in fresh air. And then there's healing. I don't want to talk about the praise and worship, but then it's a good atmosphere. If you end up having babies, mommy will come and do a mugo in Nigeria, in South Africa,
absolutely.
wherever. You buy her tickets.
Yes,
And Casey is there to
absolutely.
also help you. So please, we're looking forward to seeing everyone. Don't miss out, please. Don't miss out. The fellowship is wonderful. Fellowship, it's good. The prayer work and so many things. The exercise too. Come with your trainers. Come with everything, and be part of what is happening.
That's true. So when any couple registers, when you register, then we will we email you, especially starting from what tomorrow is the 1st. So we will email you and let you know what we need you to come up with, so that you don't come and say, oops, so you're prepared as you're coming to the center. Now, guys, I want to let you all know. Remember how we said $50 a person? So a couple will be $100. That's what, not $100, sorry, 100,000. Not $100, 100,000. A couple is going to be 100,000. And remember that we said we're not, so as people come, we assign them the rooms. So if you want to, get the rooms, you need to just pay up now, so we know that you're coming. Even if all you do right now to reserve your spot is to pay 50,000, because it's a couple is 100,000. You pay 50,000, and then we reserve as we go. So, but by the time we get to 10 couples, it's over. Yeah, by the time we get to 10 couples, it will be over. And then we will be asking you whether you want to stay in the nearby hotel, okay? And like I said, you can do that. If you want to stay in the nearby hotel, you could do that, all right? So that's many of us that can get in their payment. You reserve again. It's only 2 weeks to go on the 14th of April. Today is the 31st of March. So here, guys, does anybody have any questions? Do you have any questions to ask? Any questions, any suggestions? You can unmute yourself and ask your question. Somebody has to have something to say. You can't just listen to me and you have nothing to say. That means, were you really paying attention? Are you sure you're here and you're paying attention? Any questions? Anybody has any questions? Any suggestions, any pointers?
Hello.
Hello?
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Yeah, it's nice to be here. Well, you've done a great presentation. In fact, I'm inclined to say that you might be a teacher in real life, because you've been so explicit, broken it down into pieces. You left nothing untouched. Transportation, the food, everything, some points. I doubt if anybody's going to have a question. The question I was going to ask, Mrs. Bayet has already answered it. That is it allowed to do praise and worship when you come to the TNT Center, or it's a holy ground?
Because we believe that praise and worship is holy. So wherever you find a holy ground, that's a praise and worship ground. I'm serious. Where the ground is holy, that's where praise and worship resides. All right.
Okay.
So,
okay.
yes,
So then question number two will
not break our bed. You're fine.
Question number two will now be that do we have a limit to the number of times we can do praise and worship?
No, you don't have a limit, but you cannot be doing praise and worship while we were in the hall learning skills. So in between, we're going to have breaks. so you can run and do your praise and worship. No problem. We have water. We have water heaters. We have towels and sheets. So, hey, you can, yeah, as long as if it keeps you smiling the whole time, then you're good. Then you're good. All right. That's a good question. Good question. Good question.
Good evening. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
It's Hazel. It's Hazel here from South Africa. Mami May, how
Hi,
are you?
Hazel. Hi, Hazel.
I'm very well. I'm very well, thank you. I just wanted to comment that thank you very much for the presentation you made, but I'm so envious. I wish I knew this before now. I would have been part of it. I would have been there in Nigeria like in yesterday. But
Oh, we have
there's
another
always a
one
next
coming,
time.
Hazel. We have another one
Okay.
coming in November. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, in November. Okay.
Yes,
Okay. No,
ma'am. So you
that
got plenty
gives
time
me
to
enough.
plan.
Yeah, that gives me enough time to plan.
Yes, you got plenty time. We actually wanted to also hold one in June, July, but we don't know how that is going to work. But for sure, November.
Okay.
For
All
sure,
right.
yeah, November.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, thank you
Good.
very much.
Love for
I'll
you to
plan it well.
come. Wonderful.
Yes, I
Wonderful.
will. I will.
Mhm.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Hello,
Any
mommy.
other question? Hey, Kana, you should say something.
Yes, mommy. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. I see
Good evening.
everyone. It's nice to be with the family again. My question is about the registration fee. I think it's confusing. Or the 50,000 that was there, I don't know if they put per person or per registration, so that everyone gets to know that a couple is 100K, not 50,000. So when they are planning, they plan for the 100,000 naira registration fee instead of 50,000 registration fee.
Okay, so but with my presentation, was it clear?
Yeah, it's clear. That's why I had to now bring this up, because I actually was thinking it was 50,000. So I was wondering, 50,000 for registration, is it for couple or just individual? But now it's clear that it's just for one person, which means a couple is paying 100,000 for the retreat, I guess. So I was just suggesting, is it not okay we just put it like that on the flyer? So people will not be
We actually have on the flyer 50,000 per person. I had to go look.
okay, because I was looking for the flyer right now to even check and
Yeah, it's
confirm.
50,000 per person. It's on the flyer.
Okay.
I was gonna say, okay, that we take a note on that, but yes, if you the flyer says 50,000 per person.
Okay.
And
All
our
right.
advertisement also says per person too.
Okay.
So I'm sorry if there's a confusion, but yes, it's per person.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, mommy. And my brother talking about praise and worship. Yeah, you are so concerned about praise and worship. It is well, oh. I hope you
Why
have.
would he be? We're talking about marriage enrichment. For him, that's his own enrichment. So why would he talk about praise and worship?
The only part was making me laugh. Like, this is the only ground. Sex is holy. Love making is very
holy, of course. Praise and worship is very holy. It's extraordinarily holy. Yeah, that's what I told him. I said, it's as holy as you can have it. It's a very holy ground.
Okay,
so guys, please, if you're here and just help us spread the word. Actually, one of the things that we don't want to do now is to get involved with too much expenditure with advertisement, all of that, because we're able to give the rooms for free because we have to keep our costs down. But if we have to now do all of these things, in order to spread the word, then we can't, offer it at the rate that we're offering it now. You see what I'm saying? And then it takes away from the ministry part of it. Like we said, this is a ministry. We want to be able to reach out to couples to add value. So in that case, then you guys be our marketing reps, be our spreading the word kind of people. Okay, so that way we can do this the way God has put it in our hearts. All right. Yes, sir. Jane, you got the floor.
Thank you very much, Ma. Good evening, Ma. Good evening, everybody. First and foremost, I want to thank the organizers of this program and the discounts. Hopefully, will spread the message across to neighbors, friends, colleagues in office, and any other interested party. Mine is just a comment that the distance between Lagos to the venue is not far. I stay in Lagos, but now they are working on the Lagos-Ibadan road, and the handover for this current administration is May 29. On that note, they are trying to fast track the work in order to meet up the commission period before the handover. So because of that, there's a little traffic. On that note, anybody coming for the program should try to come on time because the work is ongoing and there's a little traffic. So the person should at least prepare and come on time in order to get to the place on time because of little traffic within this period. Thank you. Thank you, Ma. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much. See, so the person that experiencing the traffic firsthand has told us, thank you so much for that information, and it's very important that we do that. The one that we attended, I don't know. I mean, like the one that we attended, my husband and I, it wasn't even in Texas. We had to go to another state altogether. That's kind of like traveling from Nigeria to Ghana, for example, for the couples retreat. So it's that important that if you just say, what, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm gonna just leave it for this. Not like you're running around on Friday and boom, it's 2 o'clock and then you're trying to hop in and trying to beat the traffic, and we don't want you to come on Friday evening and miss everything, because that's when the program starts. Okay, we don't want you to do that, but try and shift some things, move some things around so that you can be actively involved in the program. Okay, so I have a question, then I will take a Clemson. Somebody put it in here that her husband is very busy. She really would love to come. Her husband is very busy. He can't get away. Can she come alone? My dear, not recommended. I'm not going to do that to you for real. I will not do that to you. You need to do you're the woman in the house, right? Do whatever, handle your business and let your husband come for the program. Because if you come by yourself, you're probably going to end up being miserable because we're doing a lot of lovey-dovey things. You will probably go home by Saturday afternoon. I don't think you will make it. You're not going to be able to make it. So I wouldn't recommend somebody coming by themselves. And take this from the planner of the program. I would not recommend this at all. Okay, so you know what to do. Yeah, do whatever you can. Every human being has that one time where you have to come. I don't know, she was not able to log in. She said she was trying to log in. I would have, asked her to say something. One of our ladies here who came during the graduation and literally dragged her husband out of the house from Lekki to come and stay in there because he was during the graduation. That man has this testimony to say that, you know what, he literally came grudgingly. He said for the first time in many months, that Friday night, he had the sleep that his wife was trying to wake him up in the morning, and it was hard to wake up. He slept really good. That was his testimony. And instead of leaving that Saturday, they ended up staying a second night. So, hey, we need the break. We all need the break. All right? Yeah, we all need the break, seriously. So do what you can do to bring him. I think that two of you need to be there for you to really, because I was thinking, my husband and I, guess what? At a point, my husband's schedule was getting so tight. We had already booked our ticket. And as we said, okay, instead of us losing everything, maybe I should just go and get, make notes to come and share with my husband. And then eventually I told him, I said, but this is not a good idea. Eventually he was able to clear his schedule and come. Let me tell you, his ticket, his flight was late. Okay. So the evening program had started, and towards the end, he had to wait for me to come pick him up in the airport. If that 1 or 2 hours I was in that hall by myself, I was so glad that my husband was coming, because then I would have caught the first flight the next morning to go back to Houston. It was not a meeting anybody could go by themselves. No. Okay. So please do what you can. Clem, go ahead. You have a question?
Good evening, Mommy. Good evening,